Hi there, Hannah here, and I'm going to talk to you today about our Marble Tracks kit. This kit allows you to set up a variety of challenges and different experiments where you can get the students to just be exploring, having fun, and learning while they're doing so. And getting students to start predicting and understanding what is required for and what is not required for change in motion. So let me give you an example of one of the experiments you can run with this. One of the simplest experiments with this kit is involving our 4 large circle pieces, and you see I'm connecting them by simply placing the pegs of one piece into the holes or the openings on the other side, and I'm doing it in such a way that all of these are on the top so that there is an undisturbed path for the marble that is along the table. So what I would do with this experiment is start by setting up the large circle, place a marble inside the track, and then just flick it to watch it go all the way around. The students can then see and realize that no matter where you start it, no matter where it ends, it's going to keep traveling in a circle. So the challenge that comes in then is getting students to anticipate the behavior if you remove 1/4 of the circle or 1/8 of the circle. So with this, you set it up on this corner on the far side and then flick it around to see what happens. Because there was nothing forcing it back into that circle, as we expected, it continued moving in a straight line. This is laying the foundation for understanding Newton's first law of motion, and that without an outside force, you're not going to get the change in motion. So you can then challenge the students to come up with a different way to get the marble to go back in this side while leaving these 2 here that does not involve a closed path. Let's see if that'll get it back in there, because I know it's going to go in a straight line. And they can go through the trial and error to figure out what they might need to get it to go back inside the track. There we go. So this is just one of the really introductory challenges you can have with the students, but you can also set up different kinds of challenges where they have to build a track using a certain number of pieces that will be complete, but now you can't use this one. Come up with a new track that connects with only 6 parts, and the students have to get creative. So another challenge you can do is set up these little pieces that can be knocked over and have the students try and figure out a way with this setup to knock over that thing. So the students are problem solving, they're figuring out how motion works, they're looking at angles, and they're just having fun and exploring and rising to these challenges, and eventually they get it right. A couple more things before I let you go. There are a few pieces in here that are special for building tracks. So if you wanted to extend this track, you can use some of our connector pieces. So this one here will connect 2 sides with pegs to change the direction of the curve. This one likewise will do the same thing with 2 of the hole spots. So you can see we're changing the direction of the curve, and that allows you to build much more complex, much more interesting designs, and they can build sort of their own little racetracks. Another challenge you could set up for your students would be to have them design an open-ended track that the marble cannot get out of. And that's another good place for our 90-degree corners, because if I were to shoot this marble, it will not exit the track. So that's just one more experiment you can do. As you can see, it's really open-ended. It's a lot of fun, and you can just set it up as a station in your classroom and have the students explore and experiment there, or you can give them guided challenges like this. And all the while, they're going to be exploring with this and experimenting with this and starting to understand change in motion, and then therefore be laying the foundation for acceleration and even vectors at the higher levels. So we hope your students have a blast playing around with this kit. We know we certainly have, and we hope you have a fantastic day.